Hello, fellow Wolverines. I hope you all had a great fall break because our CSG was busy creating a brand new scholarship and implementing a new scholarship that you should have found out about today, Wednesday, in your inboxes. I'm here with President and Vice President of Central Student Government, David Schafer and Micah Griggs, to talk about their new Leadership Engagement Scholarship. So first of all, thank you for coming and sitting down with us today. We're very excited to have you all. And first things first, in brief, what is the Leadership Engagement Scholarship?
The Leadership Engagement Scholarship is a fund that addresses and seeks to reduce the financial barriers that currently exist in the way of extracurricular involvement. The scholarship will provide a group of emerging and established student leaders of all backgrounds, undergraduate, graduate, professional students, in any avenue of student life, from the performing arts sector to Greek life to student government, with financial awards that will make it possible for them to participate in the rich extracurricular life of Michigan.
It's about making opportunities accessible to all students regardless of their socioeconomic background.
So are there any particular stories, or how did y'all come about talking about this in the first place?
I think it was when Micah and I had sent out our executive team application back in April. Some students had approached us in person and over email saying, basically, I see that it requires 60 to 70 hours at times per week, and I simply can't afford to do that unless it's a paying job because I work on the side just to pay my way through school. And when we told them that it was unpaid, they said they couldn't do this anymore. And so that was one factor. And also we've looked to ourselves and we've seen how much we've grown and how much we've benefited from our extracurricular involvement, how our Michigan experience has been forever shaped by the work we've done outside of the classroom. And so it was those conversations with people who couldn't apply. It was our own personal experiences and growth in these organizations and clubs, as well as just the incredibly supportive and encouraging nature of UM development that encouraged us to go forward with this scholarship initiative.
So what students are most likely to benefit from this scholarship then?
Definitely. Well, all students can apply, but we're looking for students who would have these barriers in place to get involved in student organizations or extracurricular opportunities. So the scholarship, you would need to be or demonstrate financial need in order to be assessed this financial award.
Absolutely. And we're going to be working closely with the Office of Financial Aid as we choose students to receive these scholarship awards.
So it's clearly a monetary-based project y'all are working on. Who is funding this scholarship?
So we're actually proud to announce, so it's our ultimate goal to raise $500,000 for this scholarship.
Wow.
Because we estimate that would allow us to fund about 10 or 15 students each year. And we're incredibly proud to announce that we actually have received from donors $100,000 thus far. So obviously we have more work to do, but we're in a great start. So to answer your question, some of the money is coming from donors, but what we think is just so powerful about the scholarship initiative is that we're making student engagement such a critical component of our efforts. Not only is this scholarship for, but it's also by students. Students are the ones who created this initiative. Students are the ones who are leading the fundraising drives and the outreach efforts. And it's students who will directly benefit from these efforts.
So the application process hasn't been decided yet, but what do y'all envision this process to be like for students who are seeking out this scholarship?
So Micah and I are graduating at the end of this year. So with that in mind, one of our major goals is to institutionalize the scholarship, to ensure that it will be here for the life of this university. And because of that, we've been working with the Division of Student Life to house this scholarship under the Division of Student Life. And so we envision an awards committee coming together comprised of administrators, student life staff members, and even a few students who will determine students with demonstrated need, who represent, who embody, who advance the values and the ideals on which this university was founded. Students who are ideal candidates to receive this scholarship.
So with all these scholarships out there available for students, what really makes this scholarship and this opportunity special?
I think David touched on it. It's the scholarship is the first scholarship of its kind. It's not only for students, but it's by students. A group of emerging student leaders came together and said, hey, we need to make sure that all students have access to opportunities regardless of their background. And then we have the platform as CSG president and vice president to make sure that all student voices are heard and that they're able to get involved. And I think that's what makes it special, that it's for students, it's by students, and it's the first of its kind.
Additionally, I think it's incredibly adaptable. For example, it's for students of all backgrounds, of all years and schools and colleges at this university, and of all types of organizational involvement. That's number one. Number two is we believe it's so deeply and so critically an embodiment of what this university is all about. Students gave and students really built this university. We all know that Michigan students will drive discovery, shape innovation, and their work provides for a stronger and a better tomorrow. We also know that extracurricular organizations are the hub, are the incubator by which students so often grow and develop the leadership necessary to change the course of our university. So it's so deeply in line with, and it's inextricably connected with the history of this university, which I think is immensely powerful because we know that this coming January we'll celebrate our bicentennial.
So even me as senior, are there any reasons why I should be really excited about this scholarship? I'm not even going to be here next year.
Yeah.
Neither will we, unfortunately. But I think it's the idea that those of us who have more yesterdays than tomorrows at this university, we need to look forward and we need to care about the students who will come after us. So I think it's realizing the potential of the scholarship to build on the promise of tomorrow. And while we may not directly see people receive this fund, it's the idea that students will forever be better off because of this fund and because of our shared efforts. And at least to me, that's the most invaluable and that's the most rewarding thing that can come from this. So regardless of whether we'll see students funded, regardless of whether we could apply for this fund because we might be graduating or not, I think it's the idea that we're creating a better, a more inclusive, a more affordable, a more just tomorrow on this campus.
Yeah, I love this idea of the scholarship is for students, by students. What are some ways that students right now can get involved with central student government in order to support this scholarship or raise money for this scholarship as well?
Well, you can go to studentlife.umich.edu to learn more about the scholarship. You can also get involved and help us champion around these efforts by fundraising. And so you can come to a mass meeting, which will be October 21st, this Friday, in the Kalamazoo Room in the Michigan League. And also there will be a mass meeting October 26th in the Michigan Union CSG Chambers.
And I think it's just stressing the importance of student involvement and how important students will be to our efforts. We're very proud with our progress thus far, but if we seek to meet our goals, if we hope to have the scholarship up and funded for the fall of 2017, and if we hope to realize this more diverse, equitable, and inclusive tomorrow, we're going to need as much engagement and as much involvement from the student body as possible. As Micah touched on, there are so many different ways for students to get involved. It's getting involved in our fundraising efforts. It's conducting outreach with student organizations. It's sharing their own personal stories, which will be critical to advance this philanthropy and this transformational giving. So we're excited for this going forward, and we're so excited to see students get involved, share their story, and work to create a better tomorrow with this university.
Well, a scholarship for students, by students, sounds like a very worthy investment. And it sounds like a very incredible initiative that David and Micah have been working on for a while. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And again, to get more information, please visit studentlife.umich.edu or attend one of the mass meetings October 21st at 5 p.m. in the Kalamazoo Room of the League or October 26th, 7 p.m. in the CSG Chambers. Thanks for watching. Back to you guys.